Guys, my name is Your Heroes and welcome to a new Call to Arms update and also a wee bit bad news but also a wee bit of good news. So today we have got, like I said, some bad news, good news, and I'll be explaining the major new update that has come to Call to Arms, which is called the Conquest mode, which I will explain during the talk. So if you're interested in this, then make sure you stay along, keep updated, and make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and that's all I could think of. And just writing a note of the words. Yeah, just didn't think that through. Anyway, we are going to read. Well, I'm going to read through this, and I'm not going to read all of it. Well, I'm probably just going to go down to the major update. The new netcode is not really, I mean, it's interesting, but I'm more interested in the gameplay itself. I'm really interested about in the game itself. And actually, I will be talking a wee bit about the new netcode because I've already read it, because actually this is my second time recording it, because the first time, well, let's just say the audio didn't go so well. So I'm hoping this time it's crystal clear. So I'll be explaining a wee bit about the new netcode, and I'll be reading this as well. So if you stay tuned and you're interested, then make sure you keep watching this. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Anyway, let's get along. So this is a free version to be discontinued. That's where the bad news comes in, and the new update coming, which is good news. So we're first going to get along to the bad news first. So it says, "Hello everyone. We will discontinue the option to get the free version of for Call to Arms next month. If you own the free version, you will still be able to play the game. The free version will not be removed from your library unless you've done so yourself." So what that means is that Call to Arms, the company now, is actually now going to be removing the free version of Call to Arms. So if you want to get Call to Arms now, then and if you do really enjoy Call to Arms, and if you enjoy anybody who posts Call to Arms and you want to get it yourself, now would be the time to get it, because they're removing the free version next month. So if you miss that window, then you're going to have to pay for it yourself. So it's your literally chances now is to get it right now. So but they're saying that if you already have the free version, if you have the free version just now, it won't be removed from your library. So don't worry if you think that just because the free version is gone, it won't be removed from your library. It will still be, in your Call to Arms library, on the left here. So unless you do so by yourself, if you want the free version, you should hurry and collect it from the store page now, which is what I said. However, once you've removed the game from your library, you'll not be able to receive the free version in the future anymore. So basically, it's saying that if you remove the game from the library now, and once the free version's gone and you delete or you uninstall the game, I think this is me getting right that I think you have to pay for it again. I think that's how it works, but I don't know. I think that's what it's going for. So basically, if you install Call to Arms, it should still be there in your library, but I think you have to pay for it. That's what I'm getting. And it also says all purchase editions remain unaffected. So if you've put if you've bought any DLCs in the game, it won't be affected. So don't worry about that. So now that's the bad news out of the way. The good news is here. So this is where the good news comes in. So this is a major new update. So we are working on a major update for Call to Arms that brings in more single player variety to you by adding a Conquest mode versus AI. So this is for all people who love Call to Arms and like single player. This is going to be the mode for you. Now, this Conquest mode is also good for co-op, but it's better for those in single player. The new feature is for free, but the factions you choose are linked to the packages you own. So that is basically... So the basic edition allows you to choose between the USA and GRM, the deluxe add-ons, Rebel adds-on, Rebel and UAF, and the ultimate adds-on, Germany and Russia. It's the same way single player campaign works. So quickly, yeah, so it's pretty explanatory. So what it is that it works as the same it works in the same way as single player campaign does. So if you have the basic edition, then you'll be able to play as USA and GRM. If you have the deluxe edition, you'll be able to play as Rebels and UAF. If you have the Ultimate Edition, you can play as Germany and Russia, and that'll be in the single player campaigns as well. So you do get choices in what you can play as in this mode, and I'll show you in a minute. But carrying on, we're also working on a lot of balance tweaks, especially in regards of the armor system. The update will contain multiple fixes and enhance-only stability until our new netcode is ready. So going on from that, they've got the new netcode update. So I presume just a wee kind of thing here, just saying that they're kind of re-looking they're re-looking in tweet, and they're looking at tweets in this in the armor system. So that'll be coming soon in the future. When, I don't know, I'll keep you guys updated and posted. So don't worry about that. Talking a wee bit about the netcode now. I'm not going to go and read all of this because, to be honest, I do have time, but I'm going to kind of shorten it down for you, just so I don't have to read this all and you don't hear my boring voice. So what it's saying is that they're going to be, so far they've been using a netcode called peer-to-peer, which has been causing problems to PCs that have the exact same calculations, and even more so. That I am reading a wee bit from the paragraph as well, so I'm kind of mixing my own bit, adding from there as well. So the result, it must be intended, how you always get that out of sync sign at the top? It even happens in Men of War, but mostly in Call to Arms, you've got that out of sync when you play online and you want to keep playing, but then it comes up with out of sync at the top of your screen, middle screen, and then the game crashes. Well, apparently this is caused by different calculation results, which appears too often in 64-bit environments. So everybody who's got 64-bit environments like me, it goes out of sync, and then all your friends and all that, then the game crashes, and then we have to start again, which nobody likes. Because float values differ depending on the CPU, agricultural words. Furthermore, it is also likely that some changes in code can break the synchronization model very easily. Out of syncs are an annoying and a repeatedly appearing issue that we want to get rid of for once and for all. Therefore, we have been working very hard on a server to client architecture. The server will do all the important calculations and sends the result to clients, who then will just work on the server data. So it's like they're hoping to kind of change the new networking and hopefully make it better. So what this means is that two massive benefits to this with the new servers: that out of syncs are one thing of the past, and clients need to do much less work, and therefore we'll see a significant boost in performance. So that's good. Second thing is, the person with the fastest computer can now host and make life easier for everyone else. So what that means is that when if you have a couple friends with you, and let's say three of you've got, there's four of you, and three of you've got, bad computers, and one of your friend has a best computer, he can host, and then it won't affect everyone. It'll actually use who's got the best computer, make them host, and then you won't get this out of sync, so everybody will be able to play along happily. Where was I? You can now host to make a better life for easy one. You'll also not depend that much on speed on other players, as everyone is responsible for themselves. Wait, I kind of missed that. Hold on, I'm reading with my finger. Yeah, I'm a little child. The person with the fastest computer, here we go, can now host and make the life easier for everyone else. You will also not depend that much on the speed of other players, and everyone is responsible for themselves. To have a proper connection to the server and to run the game at a proper graphic settings, we completed our proof of concept, and we will now move on to testing stage. We hope to have a public beta testing by the end of the month. For full network to be completed, we'll need more time because of single player cooperative code needs major redesign to work with servers. And now they actually have, and the last part is they're saying that they're now actually got a Discord server, so anybody who wants to join that, then I'll leave it in the description. And of course you guys can go check out and speak to all the the people at at Call to Arms and give them feedback on what you think of this update and new netcode so far. So everything seems good except from that one wee bad thing at the start where they're getting rid of that free version, but I understand why they're doing it. But now what I'm going to show you is what the kind of layout of what the new Conquest mode looks like. I'm not going to play any because I'll maybe do that in another video. This video is just more news video than it is actually playing the game. But I'm just going to go into the game and then show you what the new layout and what it looks like. So you guys, when you play it yourselves, can be prepared for your, so you can play it too. I know this is a wee bit late coming into this, but I just got told today that my friend told me today about this, so I'm literally, if some of you have played it, then maybe you can help me, you can give me some tips and tricks along the way as well. So I'll quickly load up the game and I'll see you in a minute. Okay everyone, here we are. So this is the home page. I'm in Call to Arms, so I just had to mess with the wee bit sound settings there. But we're in the home page, so when you go, you've got the home page as usual, you've got your workshop, you've got your settings, but when you go into single player, you're now going to see this Conquest. Now you have your campaign, which of course your campaigns and all that, but when you just go to single player, you now have this new Conquest mode. So this is conquer enemy territories in randomized skirmish battles. So click on that. Now you can either create a new conquest, load the current one you've got, or continue your latest one. I don't know the difference between your load conquest and your continue one, but so for this sake I'm just gonna create a new one, even though this is my third one. But so this is, so you can, in the earlier I said that you can, that what the developer said is that you can choose on what your add-ons have got. So for me, I only have the deluxe edition, which I will be getting the full version soon. I'm just waiting for a discount. Call to Arms developers, you're hearing, you need to kind of lower the the DLC costs or do a discount so I can show it to everyone. Anyway, so here we are. So you can name it if you want, but I'm just, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to name it Conquest 3. So you can choose between the faction. I can only choose between USA, GRM, Rebels, UAF, but for others who have got the DLC, you can also choose between Germany and Russia. But for this sake, I'll just do, for the sake of it, America, USA. So then you can choose your difficulty, pretty basic. You can choose the duration of how long your games want to be. I'll just put it on normal. Resources, you can either put low, medium or high. And for realism, you can either put the fog of war and hardcore realism, again, just to damage is highly increased and your fog of war is hides undiscovered enemy units or reveals all. So I'm just gonna, again, I'm not going to show you some gameplay, I'll do that in another video. Again, I'll just keep these ticked off just now. So once you've got that, and again, you can either do advanced direct control, classic direct control, or no direct control, it's up to you. And once you've done that, just press OK. Okay, so this is the layout of what it looks like. I know you must be thinking, what the hell, this is totally different, new, everything, your mind's blown. I know, mine is too. So I'll quickly explain what I have to do because I don't want to make this too long and I don't want to bore you to death. So these two, I'll basically show you the layout of this first. So the layout is this. So this is where you put your veterans. So this is basically your reserve. So you move your soldiers. So you have your reinforcements here. So this is where you can move your men. So you have your reinforcements and then you have your emplacements such as your mounted MG42, your flamethrower and your mortar. So once you've picked your squad, so at the bottom you can see two little kind of logos here. So this golden square thing or yellow square things is how much you can put over, how much you can afford, just say credit. So currently I have 1,500 credits, let's say, and I can move my assault squad over to my reserve tier. So I now have, let's say, 2 assault squads and I now only have 1,260, and let's say I just want to put I don't know, a fire team for support, and let's say I want to put a armored vehicle there, and maybe I don't know, maybe I can add a US Marines or defense squad. We'll put a defense squad. So now I only have 470. So, and the wee kind of people sign here, the wee kind of people sign is your cap, is your population cap. So as you can see over on the you know, on the right side, you can see this is where we place recruited units into the stage to call them during the fight. So this is where if you move your men over, let's say I put a defense squad, an armored vehicle, and an assault squad, I can actually press start and that will start the battle. So, and you can see that I've now got 38 out of 50, so that's your population cap. So it takes up 13 men of the defense squad, 13 men or things of the armored vehicle, and 13 men of the assault squad. So now we have 38 out of 50 population cap, kind of like in Company of Heroes 2, kind of stuff like that. So as you can see here, let's say I've never seen what an M1A2 Abrams look like. So you can click that, and as you look down in the bottom middle, it shows you a picture of what the tank looks like and the crew with it, or 4 men you get with it. So it shows you the exact details of what this looks like, and you can actually spin it around just holding your just press the left click button, hold the left click, or whatever it is, it's left clicky mousey button, and you can just rotate it, you know, bottom up, you know, wherever. You can zoom in all the way in if you want, and you get good detail of the tank. So let's say I wanted to know more about the tank, what it is. I just click it, and it shows here in the bottom right that shows the max speed, the fuel, it shows everything about the armor, the main gun, everything. And let's say you want to know, you know, something about the infantry. So let's say you want to know about them themselves. So you can see this is a US tankman, you can see their weapon, and then you can actually, if you zoom in, you can actually click on the gun separately. So it shows, let's say I don't know what gun this is, so I can select the gun and it shows me what the information all about the gun itself. And it's actually really cool, and it gives you a lot of information about it. And also in the bottom left, it shows what tank you have or what's at your disposal. So you have an an Abrams, an M1A2 Abrams, and you have 4 tank crewmen. Or let's say you want to know how many is in your assault squad, you can see on the bottom left, you can see how many soldiers you have and what guns they use. So you can click on the soldiers and it'll go to the if you look in the middle, you can see that I'm clicking and it shows you what, you know, where the soldiers are, and you can see actually what gun they use. So this guy's using an M1014 shotgun, and then if you click this guy over here, he's clearly using an M4A1 auto rifle, whatever it is. So yeah, it's actually a really nice addition. And what you can do is you can press save, so let's say you've done for the night, you're coming off going to bed, you can just press save down in the bottom left here, and that will save your current inventory, your current stuff. And I think another thing you can also click is that, let's say you want to know what map you're going to, you can click on the radar base. So this tells you what map you're going to, and also every time you complete a round, you make new unlocks. So let's say the next unlock I can make is at round 3, where I can unlock the US Rangers. And then once I get to, all the way, let's say I make it to round 8, I'll get the M1A2 Abrams, or once I pass round 8, I'll get a Apache, an AH-64 Apache. And then once you've actually done your battle, once you press start and you've completed your battle, and some of your men are down, you can just press resupply, and it takes 25 of your points. So let's just say resupply all. You can see now that I've resupplied all my men and they're at 445. And also you can actually do multiplayer, as I said. So if you look down towards kind of the bottom right beside the start and the radar base, you can either click single player or cooperative. Now again, this is really meant to be for single player, so if you can still do cooperative, it's up to you, I don't mind, but it's better for single player. Now if you, let's say you're in a battle, and let's say you've only got, and your squad's been depleted, or let's say you want to add, you've only got three three cards or three, you know, infantry. You have, you know, two squads. You have two infantry squads, or not infantry. Oh, sorry, let me repeat that. So let's say in your first, you know, round or whatever it is, you bring out a defense squad, an armored vehicle, an assault squad. So once, you know, they're in a battle, you can actually click number 2, and let's say I want to add another assault team. This time I want to add a fire team, and then let's say last thing I want to add is a squad team. Sorry, a defense team. And let's say I want to add, you know, another. Let's say I want to put on another armored vehicle. So I press that, I drag it along here, and I want to use it. So there you go. So that will be in my. I can use them for my second round of if I need any backup. Let's say for my first one, you know, if there's a lot of enemies I need backup, then I can just use my backup squad here. And of course, this is, I actually didn't know, I was very confused about emplacements, but you can actually use emplacements. So I unfortunately I've used up all my points, but I can use a mounted machine gun, and I can put it in the reserve and then move it over here to put it in action. So let's say you've never seen what an MG emplacement looks like, and you look at the bottom middle, there you go, it shows you what it looks like. So yeah, and I presume once after each day, after each fight you do, this kind of goes more blue. I don't know if that's true, but you can see that we're literally losing, so we can literally go along this way every time we fight, and every round you do it gets harder and harder, and the AI builds up an attack and it keeps going at you, and this is where you can get, well, this is where it gets better. Every time you win, you get more reinforcement, you can unlock more stuff. Like at round 5 you can get a Bradley, at round 8 you can get an Abrams, and at round 8 you can also get an Apache or a Black Hawk. So it is really interesting, and I do really love this mode so far. I've played a few games myself, but like I said, I won't be playing today. This was just like kind of like a news video, and I hope you did enjoy it. Now if you do want to see, you know, a game of the Conquest mode, then please do let me know in the comments. I'm thinking of maybe doing one day doing a single player, and then another day doing it with a friend, doing it cooperative. So tell me what you think in the comments below of this new Conquest mode, and whether you think getting rid of the free version is good as well. Yeah, let me know in the comments below. I hope you did enjoy this. If you did, make sure you leave a like. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe. I said that wrong. Subscribe. I'd just like to say thank you so much for all your support, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, and goodbye.